there's a mist coming in. Something is brewing, about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store, but I feel what's to happen, all happened before. A father, a mother, a daughter, a son. Lives of their lives all raveling undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim choroo.
Come back here, little writers. You've got to do your thing. I can't do well lessons for flying a kite, and you can't make us your own nanny.
Not you, dear. Come along.
Morning, Bert.
Morning, Miss Lark. And how was little Willoughby today?
Very well, thank you, Bert.
By Jove! That the news Miss Lark, I spy the price.
Oh, Admiral.
Morning, Admiral. How's it looking?
Dark clouds scouting over number 17.
London's byways where I doff me cap. This one's the hardest to find on a map. Cherry Tree Lane, as sweet as a song, but the nannies who come here, they don't stay for long. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim choroo.
Katie Nana,
Don't listen, Lisa, run away from me for the last time.
make sure you stop with the children. No nanny in the house. Meet that too.
I've said my say, Mrs. Brill, and that's all I'll say. I've done with this house forever.
Well, good riddance then. Why don't you stop her on your way out? Katie Nana, where are you going? Katie Nana!
Katie Nana's born and is a 10 wonder. Children have demented by your children's praise. Do you really think I've made another blunder? What on earth am I to say to Mr. X?
George, dear, I'm feeling so left, dear. Another nanny's left, dear.
Every nanny goes, we're unlucky, I suppose.
They are never going to find the perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of the household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane.
Coach, the simple truth is you've engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters.
A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool.
A nanny's a stalwart.
Our children would be by having such a nanny, a Cherry Tree Lane.
Of course, George, but
Take control of situations. Show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role.
They know their stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half.
Briefcase.
I thought Katie Nana would be firm with the children. She always looked so cross.
Winifred, never confuse efficiency with a liver complaint. Umbrella.
If only we could find someone like your old nanny.
I'm afraid that's not realistic, my dear. Few women alive can manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber. Precision and order, he wants nothing less. It's like an army barracks.
Yes, and we're in the mess.
No wonder the nannies are drinking instead.
Living in my house on Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you do want to please me,
No, I do, George.
very well, then place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
I better give it on before they make any mistake.
I would stress that.
Father, what's that you're holding, dear? It's not your advertisement.
What on?
Please, George, I think we should hear it.
Now, Winifred.
Winifred, none of your theatrics.
It won't hurt to listen.
Wanting a nanny for two adorable children.
Adorable. Well, that's debatable, I must say.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no moves. That's the part I put in. Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very pretty.
What of all the ridiculous?
George, please. Take us on outings, give us treats, sing songs, bring sweets. Never be cross or cruel, never feed us castor oil or gruel. Mother says a son and daughter, and never smell of holy water. I put that with them too. If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see. Put devils in your bed or pepper in your tea. Harry, Nanny, Winifred, sincerely, Jane and Michael Banks.
That's quite enough Tommy Rot for one day. Will you please go to the nursery and let me get to work?
They were only trying to help.
It won't help anyone to make me late. Now, where's my hat?
George, dear,
Hat!
hat, put it down here.
Hat!
I'm sure a bowler hat comes simply disappear.
Think of on the nanny who
Oh, there it is.
doesn't run away.
He's busted with good flush!
Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of the hustle, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, all your domain.
Whilst I remain the sovereign, I use the day well.
You remain the sovereign.
I shall be home at 6 o'clock sharp.
He remains a sovereign of cherry tree land.
Good morning.
Yes?
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisement. Not yet.
George and Winifred Banks live here, do they not?
Mr. and Mrs. Banks live here, yes?
And you are looking for a nanny?
Well, I suppose.
Very well then. Now let's see here. Play games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Oh, not at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But you should take it up with Mrs. Banks. She manages all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
Oh, I make it a rule never to give references.
But I thought it was usual.
A very old-fashioned idea in my mind. The best people never require them.
I see. Well, you will have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9.
The best people give every second Wednesday from 6 until late, ma'am. And that is what I shall take.
Oh. Well, it's all settled then.
As long as I'm satisfied, I'll see the children now, thank you.
Of course. You'll find they're very nice children. Now this is...
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare. Michael, close your mouth. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward, spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny.
She passed away, if you know.
Or I did.
Now, first things first. I always say the proper place to place a hat is on a hat stand.
It's not right. We put an eye on this one. She's tricky. Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list! I am not an item in the weekly shop. Thank you very much.
How did you come then? It was as if the wind just blew
It did. Now, stand over there. Just as I thought. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up.
Now you. Faultless, short-tempered, and untidy. By the time the wind is blue, the weather vane around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spick and span.
What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Both prim and proper and never too stern. Well educated yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner refined, and I wear shoes of a sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and whilst I remain, there's nothing else I feel I need explain. You're practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect.
And candid eyes are hard to find.
Unique yet unspeakably kind.
Practically perfect, not slightly soiled. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. Practically perfect in every way.
Well, those are my credentials. Perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental,
Never.
not grouchy or gruff.
Those are very thought.
Do you stay tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss? Or have objections to anyone else?
Oh, I like games, but I choose them.
That's not fair!
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this. You're
Practically perfect in every way.
I guarantee
Practically perfect.
no flies on me. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. 6 months, next please. Oh, I'll take my telescope, thank you.
It's not fair!
I didn't say I was fair. I said I was practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You will be practically perfect.
Practically perfect.
You will be practically perfect in every
Chimney, chimney, chim, chiroo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me own work, from me own memory. Mr. Parkkeeper. It's just me pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that. This is my park, and I say, that is just watch it. Just you watch it.
Stop right there. I know that silhouette anyway. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you again, Bert.
You do look swell.
How does he know you? He can't know you. We've only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen him running about chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park. Everyone eats spinach. So good.
Come on, Bert. You're due for a break, and you promised you'd take me out when we met again.
Well, this is all I got.
Oh dear. Well, never mind then, my treat. And no one's paying for the trees in the sky, are they?
Mary Poppins, is he really coming with us?
And why shouldn't he?
Well, to start with, he's very dirty.
What's that?
You can't come with us. You're too dirty. And we don't want to go to the stinky park anyway.
Oh, yes, you do. Because when you go on a walk with Mary Poppins, you go places you've never dreamed. And when she says it's a game, she's got something in mind. You can be certain of that.
That's a picture of the park, isn't it? That's not the park. Not our park, anyway. Look, that tree's a much brighter green and the sky's quite a different blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. All that it takes is a spark. Then something as plain as a park becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
Or when the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
You do talk nonsense, Bert.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the dove.
I haven't the faintest idea.
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You have enough grass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come on, you two.
Boring, just like a nanny's thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks, and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it despite us? We could lose a formula. Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what. She seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that?
You're quite wrong, you know.
What? Who are you?
I'm News. Surely you know that. You sound to meet me often enough. I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
Ain't it a glorious day? Light as a morning in May. I feel like I could fly.
Have you ever seen the grass so green or a bluer sky?
Bluer sky. No, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Better days I've never known.
You can ask the passing statuary.
Nothing's ever set in stone.
Morning, Constable.
You do look tip-top, if I may say so.
Thank you, Bert, and you may.
Each man out with his dog will stand up guard to see a statue take a gentle jog. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
It's a jolly holiday with you, Bert. Gentlemen like you are few. Though you're just a diamond in the rough, Bert. Underneath your blood
Your blood is
Anything can happen if we let it.
How long will you stay?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the wind changes.
Good night, Jane. Good night, Michael. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Bert. Jane and Michael want to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Daddy, we've had a fantastic day. You see, one of us could dance with a statue like Queen Victoria. You wouldn't have a clue.
Well, if you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, could I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
When would I have time to do that? Will you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites. And his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age. My nanny, Miss Andrews, soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny, George. It is out of the question to do without one.
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies, so the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's your tea party coming on?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
Ah, but they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends. Actually, I heard today from Connie Bunting. She's rehearsing a new play at the moment, and I thought I might...
How many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever all connection with that part of your life.
George, I was an actress. Lots of people might find that interesting. Though you always thought Christopher should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George. But sometimes it's hard.
It's not hard, it's your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what is your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to kiss you.
Oh. All right. Are you going to speak to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well. But just make sure she's doing things our way, not hers. What good are rules if you can bend them? We need a nanny who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, don't befriend them.
I fear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Mrs. Banks should be on the easy road, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at. On the whole, I have a comfy home, I have a simple life, I have a name which tells the world I'm someone else's wife. Being Mrs. Banks, what does that entail? Facing tests of character, I always seem to fail. As for his best people, well, I'd like to say, no thanks. They're not exactly my idea of being Mrs. Banks.
I still feel as if I'm dreaming. So much fun, and just one day when Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. I'm sure Amelia's is feeling lost, but she's
She will
Vision and order.
I know, but we need it before the kitchen.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. On me I was told, when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned no more. Chim chimney, chim chim chirring.
Morning, Bert. Full the decks today, I see.
Want to keep the streets ship-shape, Admiral?
Tell me, how are things aboard number 17? Also the same with Mary Poppins, I trust.
There's some rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
Ah, Miss Clark. What those children need is a touch of the cat and a night on the yard.
What those children need, Admiral, is a touch of happiness.
Mrs. Brill, don't make the sandwiches too early. They'll get stale before the guests arrive.
Everything is under control, ma'am.
What about the cake?
Cooling on the tray, waiting to be iced.
And you're quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure, in case you're worried I've not been traded by fairies for a total nincompoop.
No.
No.
Well, I'll just go up and check on the drawing room.
I'd like to be helpful.
And I'd like to be rich, but the good Lord thought otherwise.
In the drawing room,
Well, she can't have me. I've got enough on my plate as it is.
she says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, Mrs. Brill. I don't mind. Honest.
All right, I will give you one task and one task only, and so help me if you get this wrong.
What is it, Mrs. Brill?
Put the icing tools next to the cake.
Icing tools.
I'll need a bowl of hot water to warm them. And I will make the icing as soon as I'm back.
I'll make the icing as soon as I'm back.
Now, do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once the cake's done, I have the sandwiches next, because Madam wants them fresh, so I can't start them until there's no time to finish them. I swear slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Now don't just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right. No.
What are you looking for?
A bowl for the water.
Michael, why don't we make the icing? Because we don't know how. Deeply say Phoebe will get the eggs. If Mrs. Bill can do it, it can't be that hard. Are there eggs in icing? There are in mine.
I don't think Mrs. Bill will thank you.
And she'll be guilty of great ingratitude. Is it supposed to look like this?
It doesn't look like this when Mrs. Brill does it.
Deeply impossible to get me the cake.
I'm sorry, Miss Jane. Honestly, I was only trying to be.
Mrs. Brill, go up and get ready now. What have you done? Roberts and I! Roberts and I! Oh dear! Should I call the doctor?
I don't think that'll be necessary, Mom.
How can you be so unkind when you know how important my party is? You deserve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait until then, ma'am. Why not go upstairs and get changed? We'll clear up down here, won't we?
But we're not ill. I'm not taking it. You can't make me.
In that, as in so many other things, your information is faulty. Open.
It's strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care.
Not cordial.
Yes. Now, I know how you like to keep things neat, Michael. Jane.
I told you she was tricky. Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, with every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap. The job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A lark, a spree, it's very clear to see. That's a full of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine
No apologies, ma'am, from your guest. They're not coming. None of them.
Oh, do you suppose we chose the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you chose the wrong people.
In the still light away.
Mary Poppins, where are we going today?
I thought we'd play our next game.
What game?
It's called A Visit to the Bank.
That's not a game. Did Daddy agree? If he did, he must have put the idea into his head somehow.
What an impertinent thing to say. Me putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Precision and order. Cards in a wheel. Opening a ledger. Closing a deal. Prudent investments. Financial sense. A perfect ray of sunshine. Pounds, shillings, and pence. Good morning, Mr. Charming.
Good morning. Great men have dreams, a power and position, and it's our job to back them to their bill. For shrewd investment and advice, we will pay our price. The better from the banks are built. Banks? A word. I see everyone hustlers coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
In every transaction, credit or debt, sheets are all well balanced, targets are met.
And thanks! What objections can you have? My security is more than adequate, and Latin America is an expanding market. What is the matter? Have you no courage?
But, Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is, what exactly is your final product?
Isn't it obvious? Money, of course.
Yes, money, but I wonder, making money out of money, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker? A man has dreams of building an empire to make his name in many distant lands. And this new world I am told will soon strike gold. The seas that chance with both our hands.
Assessing the market, limit the risk, little room for error. Business is risk.
Have you come to a decision, Mr. Banks? There's a terrible people who's here to depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance. You won't regret it. The fact you could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I'd give everything I've got, believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Norfolk, and I've tried to find a way, but there just is not the collateral.
What about my workforce? These are men who want a better life. They're my collateral. A man has dreams to earn honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you invest in us today, it pays the way. I promise we will pay back now.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Hello,
Norfolk, but
Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is how you spend it. Do good and may have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Norfolk?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
What is the meaning of this, Mary Poppins? Really, I'm not without a sense of humor.
Aren't you, Daddy?
No, I am not. But when I was a little boy, I would never have dared interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was. But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way. And he'd have been very annoyed if she hadn't.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
But didn't they mind?
Mind? They were glad to be rid of me.
Then who kissed you tonight? Miss Andrew?
Certainly not. There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense. What's the matter?
Daddy.
Poor? What do you mean, poor? That's what made me the man I am. Eh, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
That's quite enough.
You've seen where I work, and I have a great deal to do.
When you got some fancy money, what are you looking for, Daddy? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose I should say it's a good idea, but a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea?
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Airbanks!
Oh, man with dreams that life has broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man more certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Norfolk, when exactly could the factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
Of course he can. It's getting him to stop, that's the problem.
You went to the
Master the grammar,
Practice when you can.
and avoid mongrels. Far too much slang. But I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop? What's a silly expression?
There's nothing silly about it in the least.
What do you buy in a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
I've never seen a talking shop before.
Well, there's only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corey.
Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey is older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, Vlad before he went impaling, and Alexander when he weren't so great.
We'll have to call it a shop in the park.
But there is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
That's it! I've run out of conversations!
Good day, Mrs. Corey.
Well, 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 if it isn't Mary Poppins and Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come here to my shop in secret.
What's happened to St. George Banks? It's been over 40 years ago and not going back that far.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember little Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we've got any left today. Annie, Fanny, look lively.
Yes, Mother.
There you are, gingerbread stars. Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversations.
Oh, I'm all out of conversations, and I might have words too. You see, I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today, but let me see what we've got left. Well, I do have some letters, and a little bit of back chat too. An ounce, you say? Mm-hmm. That'll be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you choose 7.
I choose D, G, R, U, C, L, and I. No good. You can't look at me just in your head.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
I've got A, F, E, S, T, O, N, E.
And I'll choose an X. Now, what words can we make?
Well, I see dog and cat.
I took less. That's 9.
Now, Peter Forrest, that's 11. Nearly there.
You can't make
And who do you think made them up in the first place?
You know, you can use letters more than once. Now, let's see. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
That's not a word.
Well, of course it's a word. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it'll prove a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. It can mean exactly what you want it to. When early man was chatting, simply grunting would suffice.
Now, if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have grasped it in a jiff. Then every single pyramid would end this hieroglyph. Oh, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Say it and wild animals would not seem so ferocious.
Add some further flourishes, it's so precocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks observed would have used it in their
exit-halitosis.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
You know you can't say it backwards, which is still a poor lie, since it's illegal for the drinkers.
She may be pretty, or she's bloody good.
So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well. Put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R
Ah,
C-A-L-I-F-R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D
O-C-I-O-U-S.
smarty pants.
S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F-R-A-G-I-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S. S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F-R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S. S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F-R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S.
Here we go.
My zipper is stuck.
Who's to know exactly what it's bringing? News or bad, be all sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Right, put those steps there and stand back. You would never come near that boss, no one, but me neither. This is a heirloom.
Heirloom.
While I do this, stay totally immobile.
Immobile.
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle.
Do not breathe, do you hear me?
May as well be dead.
Don't give me any ideas.
A game is played, a change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George, what's happened? Are you ill?
No, should I be?
Of course not. Only, why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong.
Oh, my dear, what is it?
If you must know, I refused some German chap a loan. It seems he went to our chief rivals. They gave him the money and now it's turned into a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect.
Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough,
That is more than loud enough. Go to your rooms.
we'll just
I don't care what you adjust. Go now. Where's my briefcase? I put it here. Michael, Jane, will you give it to me? Must I put up with this behavior? Goddamn mother, why don't you do something?
Well, I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners and just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I had my way, you'd be out of this house by...
You're tired. Mary Poppins, don't bring the children out tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you could keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, ma'am. Tonight's my evening out.
What?
Dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans.
No, they wouldn't.
I thought not.
That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and was shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate him.
Tink, you take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father.
Why not? He criticizes you. Last week he said you neither use nor ornament.
How dare you!
I haven't said it, so did you.
Sometimes people say things they don't mean. Take the children to the nursery, Mary Poppins.
Come along, children.
George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
What would be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry, you will. The fact is, I've been suspended by the bank without salary.
Where the smoke is all billowed and curled, between pavement and stars is a chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night. There's things off in shadow and halfways in light. On the rooftops of London, what a sight.
Oh, so you're asleep now, are you?
Best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, eh? And now as the ladder of life has been rung, you may think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this all wide world there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss,
First,
and that's lucky too. So you're going then?
the wind has changed.
But they're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me. And there's no one so hard to teach as the child who knows everything.
So?
So, they've got to do the next bit on their own.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree.
A sweep is the best kind of company. Goodbye, Bert.
Chim, 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 cheree. When you're with the sweet, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there more happier crew than them's what sings chim, chim, cheree, chim, choroo. Chim, chimney, chim, chim, cheree, chim,
Cheerio, Bert. Keep an eye on them for me. But she can't have left us. Oh, yes, she can. She has. What's the note say? What in the heaven are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins? Gone. Gone. Well, if that doesn't take a blooming biscuit. Mrs. Bill, what does au revoir mean? Why? Because that's what she's written in this thing. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the game. Au revoir, Mary Poppins. It's French, I know that. Does it mean God bless you? Or is it good luck? Oh, I remember now. Till we meet again. Now come inside before you catch your death.
last time. Now one pretends they make a fearful fuss. Never liked her much when she was here the last time.
We should make life easier for both of us.
This is brilliant. This is her, isn't it?
But I wouldn't know who else.
Why is she such a secret? Do you get some time to get some things? The name says till we meet again. I just know it must be her.
Oh my goodness, she'll be here any moment. Now where is George? George? Dear? You're going to be surprised.
Well, afraid you know very well I hate surprises at the best of times.
Not this one. Oh, George, I do believe you're going to be proud of me for once. Precision and order, it's perfectly true. Can really make a difference. I found out for you. We're thinking some judgment that I will regain. A home you can be proud of in Cherry Tree Lane. Hurry up, everybody, into the hall. I wanted to find everything spin, spot, spick, and span.
Sense of excitement is hard to contain.
Wonder is returning.
Wonder is returning.
Someone is returning to Cherry Tree Lane.
Good morning.
The Holy Terror!
Dear Miss Andrew, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. I never enjoy travel. You must be poor George's wife. Your flower beds are disgracefully untidy. Take my advice, plant evergreens, or better still, have nothing there at all.
But, dear Miss Andrew, I'm so fond of flowers.
Then you are a very silly woman. Where did George go?
I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment.
For which no doubt he was late as usual. It's not much of a house, is it?
We like
Then it
it.
doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust, there and there, the filth.
Well, we are rather short-staffed at the moment.
Hasn't anyone ever cleaned those curtains?
Wait just 1 minute.
You must be the children? Pity. I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror. Impudent boy!
You're Jane, I suppose. Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I do like that.
Tut! What manners! I can see there's not a moment to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and cardamom oil, liberal doses of each. These are the truths from which children recoil, the lessons I'm going to teach. Just follow my model and don't mollycoddle, it may be irksome to irk. So seek satisfaction, punitive action. Brimstone and treacle will work. Open.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse.
Do we have to?
Well, open. Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soap. These are the tools of my trade. With spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a hope in seeing that changes are made. When manners are chronic, my teacher's the tonic that's certain to wipe off the smirk. So smear out a ration in matronly fashion.
So what happens today on my chimney sweep? So, what's the matter and who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
Nastiest nanny in the world, eh? I suppose you two should know. You've been through enough of them. Now, is she really as bad as all of that?
He looks like something that he's wrong. Miss Andrew is daddy's nanny. He just thinks, what? Poor daddy, ever since he stopped working, he just sits and lives. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help. But now it's too late.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Tell you what, let's start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck.
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you it's lucky to shake a sweep's hand?
What do you do if you want some luck?
Oh, well, I shake hands with myself. Now, what have we got here?
Michael, look, it's a real one. What's the matter? You've always wanted to fly a proper kite. You wanted to fly with Daddy.
Of course, yeah. You need to know how it's done. Get some training in, and you'll make him the proudest father in the country.
Do you really think so? What? Say that?
Did I say the country? The whole blooming empire, more like. With tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Try again.
Try again.
What's this? What's this? We don't allow litter here.
This isn't litter, it's a kite.
A kite, is it? My word, it is! I've been spun with these since I was a little boy. Okay, we'll wind her up, give her a roll, and away she'll go.
I want to do it.
You've let me help, won't you? Seeing as I've flown a kite since I was a little boy.
Alright.
When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Really, Tim?
I can't.
Let me!
I knew it. Oh, Mary Poppins, I knew you'd come back.
Don't squeeze, I'm not a sardine in a tin. And I see you have a coat, Michael. Where's your sisters?
Wait, I didn't have time to put them on.
Why not?
You've run away.
Have you indeed?
It's been so awful since you were away, and now Miss Andrew's coming, and Dad is rude, and you never helped him like you wanted us to.
Oh my, I was your life's a tragedy. Now, don't dawdle. Let's hear her.
She's there. She came this morning. A surprise with Daddy.
Did she indeed? Or perhaps I'll be a surprise for her. That was a lovely greeting, Bert.
I meant it, Mary. Welcome. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are Mary Poppins. Welcome back.
I told you they were good kids, Mary.
And I told you they were worth bothering with.
Now see here, it's against regulations coming down from the sky like that, and where from, eh? I'd like to know.
If I were a parkkeeper, I should bursten my coat and straighten my cap. Come along, children.
Aren't you going to shake her little up?
No,
Why not? We have.
I don't need any love, thank you.
I lost on the way the sovereign, the master, and long may he reign. The famous good for nothing of Cherry Tree Lane.
No time, man. Let's face it, they've had enough practice.
But this time they're not being naughty. I'm afraid I made them unhappy. I'm afraid I made everyone unhappy.
They'll turn up, don't worry.
George, dear, I know it hurts your pride, dear. But you can't just run and hide, dear. Why can't you see that I'm here? That I am on your side. Whenever you spoke of Miss Andrew, you showered the woman with praise. But now that I've met dear Miss Andrew, there are one or two things I'm afraid to think you were raised by that monster and carried that burden through life. If only you had seen that you could shift with your wife. Mrs. Banks, it's easy to forget the way I felt that summer's day, the day that we first met. Being Mrs. Banks, being kissed by you, a man of dreams who made me feel that wishes could come true. But now, although you're lost, it's time that we closed ranks. I'll fight for the man who needs freeing, the real you who no one is seeing, and you'll find a way of just being Mr.
He's killed everyone. Perhaps all together.
Not like that, you stupid boy!
Well, not all dead. What was that?
It's a bird!
I might have known.
Did she? Well, frankly, that's not a surprise. Locked in this cage and not free in the skies for 2 years. How shameful! Yes, of course, that's a field I know well. And now, no longer, your wings will grow stronger. Once you are free from this cell,
What kind of bed is it?
it's a lark. You are seen a lark in a cage for the first time and the last. My pleasure. Oh, don't mention it.
There's the bed, Caruso, my love. You stay there and clean the grate again. So, you've decided to come crawling back, have you? Well, I think we know what's needed now. children so they know their place. Standing on tradition, I govern my charges.
Mishandled charges blow up in your face.
I brought up their father.
All that I don't doubt. You must be so proud of the way he turned out.
A shining example, a pillar,
A post. They all have their problems, but him more than most.
Caruso! Where's my lock? Caruso! Let my little lock out of its cage. Now you will be ignorant of my rage. Brimstone and treacle, brimstone and just a spoonful of sugar. Brimstone and just a spoonful of sugar. Brimstone and just a spoonful of sugar.
Mary Poppins. Wherever did you come from?
She came from
Michael. Michael? Jane? Oh, thank heaven. Oh, but, well, you're very naughty to go running off like that, and I should be as angry as anything. I was so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrew?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give a reason, ma'am.
How peculiar. So, Mary Poppins, if you're back, are you going to stay?
I'll stay as long as is necessary, ma'am.
Because the last time you were here, you left without a word of warning. How do I know you won't do it again?
You don't.
Constable, I'm so sorry I bothered you. It's quite all right. They're back.
Not all of them. This one was wandering in the park.
George.
The nightmare.
Where is she?
Miss Andrew? She left.
Left? But how?
She might have thought we were rude.
Rude? To Miss Andrew? Well, I can't forgive it, but I'll try and forget it. In fact, I'd have given you sixpence if I had one.
George, you hadn't noticed. Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Mary Poppins. Fancy that.
Is that Mrs. Bill's queen, or are the trains playing now? Come along, children.
Come along, darling. You made a wrong decision, but how bad is that? After so many years of good service, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, no, Fred, if I'm to be dismissed by the bank will be destitute, the servants will leave, the house will be repossessed, and we'll be outside sitting with the children on the frosted curbside.
We'll still have what really matters. The children and each other.
Hello there. What are you doing up here, Ben?
And where else should a chimney sweep be? A chimney swept, a secret kept up here above the gables. Another world to be unfurled, it ain't just myths and fables. A chimney stack that's coated back against the twilight sky. But never fear, there's more up here, perhaps you'll find out why.
What do I look like? There, that's better.
The world is awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
All very small and important.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Not to say much, but our troubles. He seems to say big down in the nursery. But up here,
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little while up. And always remember, there's plenty of folk ready to help you should you need them. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. Now guardian angels you don't often see. They're not high for living, nor grand nor aloof. Nah, they're covered in soot and they're upon your roof.
chim chim
See? It's true.
Brush away the dirt and soot.
Wash away your tears.
Cobwebs that aren't swept away.
Hang around here.
In all weathers and all hours, we can see the wise. Our idea of heaven is not out the stars. We made up the morning crew, spotted on stars. But when you need a running hand, we try to step in just in time. We will step in time. We will step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. We will step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Over the rooftop, step in time. Watch yourself, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Watch me step in time. Give me some step in time. Give me some step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Give me some step in time. Never miss a chance to get it right. Don't seem a perfect crime, don't seem a shame. When the steps on your wing as smoothly as they might. That's my step in time. That's my step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. That's my step in time. Over the rooftops. Over the rooftops. Over the rooftops. Over the rooftops. Over the rooftops, step in time. Over the rooftops, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Over the rooftop, step in time. Have a step in time. Have a step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Have a step in time. Give me some step in time. Give me some step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Give me some step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Step. Never need a reason, never need a run. Give me some step. So this,
Mr. Banks, you have a special delivery. Esquire.
good night, Governor, step in time.
Good night, Governor, step in time. Good night, Governor, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a run. Good night, Governor, step in time. Good night, Governor. Cheerio. Good night, Governor.
Not so fast. To your room now. Jane, you too. Mary Poppins, to
She'll be good enough to explain.
First of all, I would like to make one thing perfectly clear.
Yes?
I never explain anything.
It's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Tonight? Well, I'm going to come with you and jolly well give your chairman a piece of my mind.
No, that would only make matters worse. We might as well face it. In just a few hours, I will have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
George, are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we'd better make some plans. In fact, I'm afraid the time has come.
Do you mean your mother's vase? Won't you miss it terribly?
Needs must, my dear. We always said we were saving it for a rainy day, and tomorrow it looks set to pour.
George, do be careful. The apple!
That's where I put them. What are they? Stars. Gingerbread stars I hid once from my nanny. I always knew I put them somewhere no one would find them. Trouble was, I couldn't find them either. They're very bright, aren't they? Even after all this time. Here, let me give you one. I used to dream that when I grew up, I would learn everything there was to know about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
Is it? I'm not so sure. A man has dreams of walking with giants, to carve his niche in the edifice of time. Before the mortar of his zeal has the chance to congeal. The cup is dashed from his lips, the flame is snuffed or burning. He's left to rack in ruining his pride.
Life's a rum go, governor, and that's the truth.
You know what I think? It's Mary Poppins. Ever since she stepped into this house, things began to happen to me. My world was calm, well-ordered, exemplary. Then came this person with chaos in her wake. And now my life's ambitions go with one fell blow. It's quite a bitter pill to take. It's that Poppins woman. She's responsible for all this.
I know just the person. What's that thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an healthy helping every day.
A healthy helping of trouble, if you ask me.
It's like you say, governor. Got to grind up that grindstone. Little childhood slips like sand through a sieve, and all too soon they've up and grown, and then they flow. It's too late for you to hear just that spoonful of sugar to help the medicine down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Well, good luck, Governor.
Thank you, Bert, and good luck to you too.
Father,
Yes. Good night.
Do you remember when we came to the bank?
Yes.
Well, we were each given a sixpence and told to spend them carefully.
Excellent advice. That's exactly what you should do. And what have you bought with them?
Nothing yet, but now we've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this.
No, she hasn't said a word about it, but we know it's been difficult for you. And we haven't really been of much help. We thought to give you extra cash. It is a real sugar.
Thank you.
Good night, Daddy. We do love you.
Good night.
Mother, Father's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But always remember that he loves you very much. And that's what's more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
Are you going to look at him?
I wish he'd let me, but he won't. If only there was someone to speak up for him, to take his part, to show them what he's really like inside.
Why can't he do that for himself?
Because he's a man, and a very proud one.
Then we must go.
I'd like to go, but I'm afraid it just isn't possible.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible if we can only get out of our own way.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can let it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
Anything can happen, it's a marvel.
You can be a butterfly, just stay long. Stretch your mind beyond fantastic. Dreams are made of strong elastic.
Take some sound advice and don't forget it. Anything can happen if you let it.
I wonder.
Anything can happen if you let it.
You won't know the challenge until you've met it.
No one does it for you.
No one what you say. Fascinating violets get left upon the shelves. Anything can happen, just imagine.
That should be my epitaph. I wear the badge in honor of this world's free thinkers.
Those who see beyond their blinkers.
Gently isn't gently till you set it.
Anything can happen if you let it. If you reach for the stars, all you get are the stars. But we found a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in.
I would take it as a great favor if you could have a few for me.
Well, thanks. How are you? You turned out a scheme that was bound to make billions, and we want to know why.
And I'll tell you. I refused Mr. Von Hustler's plan because it was hollow. It had no product, it had no substance, it had no meaning outside the walls of a bank. Sure, he told me about assets and profit and growth, but there wasn't a word about people. I know that if a man puts any value on real life, then as far as you're concerned, he's a washout. But I'm afraid I do value a gentleman. In short, George Bence Esquire has rediscovered the human race. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
Ruining the bank? Ruining the bank? Really, my dear chap, what are you talking about? You've saved our bacon. Haven't you heard? Von Hunter's king ruined our rivals. You've kept us out of massive scandal since records began. We don't want your apologies, we're offering ours.
Oh my word.
And another thing, do you remember giving a loan to a fellow called Millsbrook? Well, he's repaying it and opening 2 new factories. With the percentage you negotiated, we're set to make a fortune.
Oh my word!
And that's just it. We very much hope you might tell us how you did it. Just give us a word, and it'll be quite safe with us.
Give you the word. Give you the word? I'll give you the word, all right. Supercalifragilistic expialidocious.
No, sacrilege is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough,
You'll always sound precocious.
supercalifragilistic expialidocious.
It's all because of this nanny, Miss Andrew.
The holy terror.
She's telling you everything I know.
So now's your chance to forget it.
That's right. And if you want to fight about it, then you've come to the right woman.
It's all right, darling. It's all right. I haven't lost money at all. I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
Now, bankers, madam, if you please, we still have some business to conduct. Well, Vince, George, by way of recompense, we'd like to offer you the job of senior manager at salary at double.
Exactly how much has he made for you?
Triple. Quadruple your present rate.
Triple card.
Close your mouth, George. We are not a codfish.
Well,
I accept. But there's one thing you must understand. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed?
Agreed.
Winifred, I'm afraid I've underestimated you. How can you ever forgive me?
How can you ask?
It was selfish of me to keep you off the stage. You want to go back, and I won't mind if you do.
No, I loved it. But I found a role I much rather prefer, and it's going to keep me extremely busy for a long time.
Turn it on its head, then pirouette it. Anything can happen if you let it.
If you reach for the stars, or you get all the stars, but we've found a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in. The stars thrown in.
For the stars, all you get are the stars, but we found a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in. Anything can happen if you let it. Life is out there waiting, so go and get it. Grab it by the collar, seize it by the scruff. Once you started living life, you just can't
always keep your eye on the stars until you return. Here.
But it's a telescope.
So it is. It's a gift. You may keep it if you like.
Thank you.
Now run along in. It's getting cold out here.
I love you, Mary Poppins.
You are a fine boy, Michael Banks, and one day you will be a fine man.
Oh, it makes me so interested in talk like that.
Like what?
Oh, kind and gentle. Looks a bit like you. Be cross, Mary Poppins. Still be cross again.
Is that the thanks I get for the trouble I've gone through?
That's okay.
With every drop when it's complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. And though in your heart you'd like to stay, to help things on their way, you always know they must do it alone. There. Practically perfect. And I hope it remains so.
Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Oh, Julia.
Children, now, what do you think of this fantastic kite?
And Elsie!
Could we fly it together?
Oh, Daddy! It's Whitney coming back. She's gone forever.
My dear, how could you possibly know such a thing?
Because we don't need her box anymore. And other zombies will, won't we, Daddy?
They will.
I suppose she's right, George, and we could do without a nanny from now on. What do you think?
I think you'd better dance with me.
George!
I was right. Wish on it, children.